afternoon, and welcome to Guess Who's Coming to Kansas City. And that was a terrific game at Lawrence, Kansas. The Jayhawkers beat Oklahoma undefeated, beat them 38-33. And that's the first time in years. So Kansas is off to a great start. They normally take the Jayhawkers in basketball, but now this is a football situation. Well, welcome to Guess Who's Coming to Kansas City. This is MC Richardson, your host and your moderator. And we have a great show planned again, and you can just have your friends, go to Ferguson USA Hot Talk Radio, or they can look on YouTube, Facebook, Apple TV, smartphone, iPhone, and the listeners can do what I just said. They would tune that on, and we got our guest. Do we have our guest on the line yet?
Yes, he is.
Okay, before we get to that, in remembrance, it was doggone shame of what happened in Maine about the killing of 18 folks, and there's no justice because they found the person they believe did the killing. He killed himself. We have so much violence going on, not only in Kansas City, St. Louis, and all over. But also, I want to say the goodwill to some people, and that's Sonny Gibson, the founder of AIDS and Enlightenment, and also Tina Madge. But today we got a great show. First, we got another football game. I want to know what the results are, and I think Pastor Timothy Hayes can bring us up to date on that, and then we'll get into the other topics we need to discuss.
Hello.
Go ahead, Tim.
Pastor?
Yeah, I'm here.
What happened to the game your nephew played in?
Oh, they won, I think it was 13-0.
Oh, is that right? What kind of crowd do they have up? I know in Ohio State, in the Big Ten cities, they have hundreds of thousands of people there.
Well, this is a small community college, so it's a small town, so they probably had roughly maybe about 100, 125 people, maybe more.
Well, what did your nephew do? He's the defensive ball player, isn't
he? Yeah, he played a good game.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the name of the team? What's the name of the team?
His name is, he plays for the Hutchinson's Blue Dragons.
And where are they located at?
Hutchinson, Kansas.
Okay. And who did they play today?
They played Highland Community College in Highland, Kansas.
Okay.
So it was a very good defensive game. The top two defensive teams. And Hutchinson was able to find enough points to put on the board to pull it off.
Well, Pastor Hayes, he does a lot of things, and one of them, he has a restaurant, and he got to explain to you how he got that name. Then we go through some other things.
Well, yeah, so what's on your plate? I used to, I still do. I eat and travel and eat, and when I used to find fancy dishes or meals that was appetizing, I used to post them on my social media page with the hashtag "What's on your plate." And so I kind of parlayed that off now into a full service catering service, restaurant style company.
And they'll be one of the caterers at the Yuma 50th anniversary with, of course, Gates Barbecue and What's on Your Plate. And there's another person that has a restaurant that's no dairy product. So we're going to try to get them so we have a trade deal. We'll have it going on so nobody should even try to miss that day on December the 2nd. Also, for Pastor Hayes, he's been asked to be a director and organizer of a title called From the Gospel. And what this will consist consists of, and he'll tell you more about that, it's for different faith-based like churches to get involved, and they would do this on the newspaper, and hopefully they when that gets started real well, they'll go to the radio, and then hopefully a TV station might pick them up. But that's from the gospel, and that's going to be I'm really excited just to hear about the formation of it, and that could be all faiths. It could be Catholic, Presbyterian, and what's that church that you belong to in St. Louis?
Church on the Rock in St. Louis. The St. Peter's, I should say.
What did you say the name of it? What state for that?
Church on the Rock in St. Peter's, Missouri.
Oh, okay. So hopefully that'll get started on the formation is going on as we speak, but December 2nd be the kickoff, and they might, when they get trying to get at least 10 different faith organizations to what they do to promote themselves, and they'll be insisting that those selective churches will.
And see, let me explain that.
Go ahead. Hello?
That's Hayes, go ahead.
What did you say?
Yeah, so
Let him explain it.
well, he's more informative about it than me. It's something that Mr. Richardson is putting together, trying to blend the churches in the community and give them a network and media exposure. From my understanding, that's his idea. It's still in the working planning stages, so we're just trying to figure it out and see how we can make this, something that's beneficial for his organization and the community of Kansas City surrounding areas.
Okay, so okay. So, Mr. Richardson, I apologize. Go right ahead, so your baby, go ahead. MC, go ahead and explain it.
I can repeat what you said, sir.
Go ahead and explain what you were saying about this venture that you have created.
Yeah, I'm on a different phone. I thought we could get on the speakerphone, but listen, I hope we can make sure it's clear and loud, and our listeners will tune in. And I just didn't. Would you repeat what you just said, sir?
Explain what this venture consists of.
What the different for the gospel?
Yes, what it consists of. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, it consists of the different, we'll say churches or religion, to probably, like they do on some things, the different ones. You can get 10 on the different minority newspaper, but not really. We won't leave out the other people. But just say what's going on in that particular church or faith base, telling people what's going on in that particular week and getting people involved, and hopefully that those churches that are selected in this formulation for the gospel would take out subscription to, if it's the newspapers, to do things, to do that, and that way we can get our people informed. We're trying to broaden the base and the reader and listenership. The newspaper, radio, or TV is pretty good, and do it from a perspective of that since he gave me credit, was created by the United Minority Media Association to broaden the base, to really reach the people. It's just like we're working on getting guests who's coming to Kansas City, and with the connection up in Ferguson and St. Louis, and listener support to get more people to tune in, and eventually lead to getting some sponsors. We have to fight the sponsors off, but that hasn't happened yet.
Okay. Well, I think it's a good concept.
also, the one who is so talkative, he's quiet today. I don't know. I know his church services is more, but normally he's really talkative about different things. Did he give us again the idea of what's in your plate? And if people really want to know what's in your plate, his different role would be on the 50th anniversary of the United Minority Media Association, which will be on Saturday, December the 2nd at the Bruce R. Watkins Cultural Heritage Center. And that's located at 3700 Blue Parkway in Kansas City, Missouri, 64130. And hopefully our listeners in St. Louis will make that 4.5 hour, no, it's not, oh, is it four? No, it's not 4.5 hour, 270 miles trip down there. And that's an all-sort thing planned. We have workshops, we have time well spent by individuals, we have the different humor report, and it's just like what happened in Maine. I talked to the people at UMKC about getting some speakers over there dealing with that type of health. And just broaden the base. If we're talking about people with the apprenticeship program, we're talking about people with ascertainment, which would be a start. We're trying to get a couple of organizations, Friends of Community Media, and also keep the community on guard to kind of formulate partnership and go into different sections of the city to get our people involved to stop all this unnecessary violence, murders, and what have it, be it domestic or drive-by or hit people. And if anybody have any questions they'd like to ask on that?
Yeah, so, I mean, it sounds like you got a great event coming up here on the 2nd. I was wondering if Mr. Folks is going to make the drive down from St. Louis.
Well, Timothy, Pastor, I would like to, and I'm going to make every effort to actually do that, because since I'm one of the awardees, and I haven't been to Kansas in a little while, I'm going to look forward to being there, to be a part of that, okay?
It has been a while since I've seen you. You got to come on down, Doc.
Yeah, Pastor, well, if you don't mind me calling you Pastor Tim, matter of fact, I'm proud of you, and first of all, okay, all the things that you actually doing as an entrepreneur, and also as a pastor, as you growing your church and as growing your family. I just commend you, okay, for being a young man in the community that's been very active, and and at the same time, taking time here to bring some of the faith communities, okay, together, which is always a good thing to do, and I commend you on that. And like I said, I look forward to seeing you if I get down there, but I think there's some dishes now got to work out with Mr. Richardson, but we're working on that, Tim. I'm sure that we're working on trying to make that happen.
Yeah, that sounds like a winner. I didn't realize you were one of the recipients of the award. Congratulations! I'll be the first to tell you there. And
I have been a humor fan, for many a year. And I probably before you were born, but I don't think you're 50 years old yet.
Oh no.
I know that follows your career, and I know your grandfather is very, very, very proud of you, which he should be. I'm proud of you also, the thing that you're doing, because you were on our show a couple of times, and gave us a pearls of wisdom and spiritual wisdom and guidance in the past. So I know right now your heart's in the right spot. And, and I just commend you, you and your grandfather. As a matter of fact, it's for you guys to come to collaborate on a project, okay, is very needed for our younger people to work with our older heads to get something done. That's very commendable on both of you for what you did a lot more.
with us. We thank you in your service, and I'm not sure if Mr. Scott, I think his name was, is he still with the team also?
Mr. Scott is still with the team.
All right, Mr. Scott, it's been a while.
It has.
I remember when we was first trying to get this all, it's going to be 2 more down. I remember when we was first trying to get this all set up and going, and so I'm happy to hear that you guys are keeping on.
We do what we can. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but I thank you guys for, I'm in the car with Mr. Richardson's granddaughter. Daughter right now.
Great.
And I'm pretty sure that we both can attest that this show is another reason what keeps him pushing and keeps him breathing week in and week out to make sure that he gets to the show. So on the behalf of me and my mother, we would like to thank y'all, for continually to put up with this craziness and the listeners for listening in every weekend with Mr. Richardson and keep him going, and that's why I wanted to come on today to show my appreciation to the background voices that continue to see my grandfather's new energy and new life in his old age. So I definitely thank you guys so much. Consistently, week in and week out, coming on and sharing the news of the day, no matter what that is. So, Kansas City Chiefs are still winning the Super Bowl this year, so I know everyone is happy about that. And
I guess let me ask you a question. Okay, what is the Taylor Swift effect in the black community? The Taylor Swift.
Well, the Taylor Swift effect, I would not say has reached the African American community. A few entrepreneurs are putting together, the T-shirts and things along those lines. These are my betters, King. But it hasn't drastically affected. Come on, there's a car coming. I want to step back up. It's one more bottle. But it hasn't drastically affected us financially. It has increased the ticket price for the games. It makes ticket prices are higher post Taylor. Yeah, they went up. The fact that they know that she's been at the game, so prices have dramatically increased. Yeah, I got the fish. Yeah, ticket prices have dramatically increased. That's the first sign of the Taylor effect. I heard she was buying a home here. I'm not sure how accurate that is or was. But they reported that she was buying a home. But as far as in the African American community, I do not believe that it has I won't even pinpoint it to African American. I'm gonna say for the community of Kansas City, I don't think it has really had an effect up on us, negative or positive. They love to talk about it in the national media. It's brought You want the fish? Okay, I got it right here. I'm on the phone. Doing a radio interview. They love to talk about it in the national media, but here locally, it's not that big of a deal to us. Everybody else is concerned with Taylor. We are concerned with Travis. Taylor Swift is in attendance at Travis's games. His numbers are 40. He goes 40 more yards at least on average. So, Taylor, one of the things, his jerseys sales increased early on about 400%. So now he's about 1,000. Yeah, his jersey sales increased. His social media presence increased. He got over like 500. The first week that they announced that they were together, Travis Kelce gained more followers on Instagram than the rest of the NFL players combined.
Wow.
Well, let me add to that, if I may. They just announced today that Taylor Swift is a billionaire. And he got on there also number 87 with his, what's called number. So this is really, she's sung her way into the $1 billion.
well, Pastor Tim, let me ask you a question, okay? Since I wasn't aware that the ticket prices for the games have increased. You know, I mean that doesn't surprise me, okay? I mean, and I guess when she doesn't appear at the games, what happens? The ticket goes down.
Say that one more time. My son was talking to you.
If she's not at the game, does the ticket prices go down for those games?
Yeah, it's a difference. Right now, they're expecting her to be there, so they're skyrocketing. they're up there. I think it's had a more of an effect on Brittany Mahomes. Her popularity has grown more, and she is outside of Patrick Mahomes. That's Patrick Mahomes' wife I'm speaking of, because she's hanging in the press box with Taylor every week.
Right.
Okay. So everybody's, anyone that's around or affiliated is benefiting and becoming, Swifties. That's what they call them, Swifties. Yeah, they call them Swifties here. That's what
who else do we have in the audience?
Oh, we have been star-studded. The Kansas City Chiefs have been the last 3 since Taylor Swift has been coming. We have had multiple celebrities appearances, rappers, singers, country. She has brought the spotlight to Kansas City.
Well, I guess as a Kansas City fan like we all are, and for the ticket price to go up, I mean that means the Chiefs are the beneficiary in all kind of ways here, because I'm quite sure all the other jerseys. But I would kind of think and would kind of hope, okay, that that she would be somewhat aware that they're not just Kansas City Chiefs, okay, but the community as a whole would like to benefit, from her, being there.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, these guys have mentioned that when she's in town, the prices go up. In Denver tomorrow, the prices are $122 compared to what they are in Kansas City when she's in town. I don't know if she's going to be in Denver or not, but we need more. And also, but I'd say we have a lot of people making their debut, not their debut, but they come into Kansas City, and most of them hit St. Louis. So St. Louis is always, that is an entertainment city. They have produced more entertainers, more artists, actors, things like that. And what we know about, what's that fellow they call Cedric the Entertainer? St. Louis.
Yeah, well, we have Cedric, we have Nelly, probably, one of the musical people here, but neither one of them, we have a lot of stores that have come from St. Louis.
You got a girl by the name of Sexy Red. You heard of her before?
No, okay, who's that?
She's an upcoming star out of St. Louis, and she has the young girls going crazy.
Okay. What age group?
She's young. She's about 25.
Okay. Well, those are young ladies. Yeah, okay. Wow. Well, I'm not aware of that. Okay, but let me ask you this question, Timothy. I'm sorry, Pastor Tim. Okay. And this is something that I'm really curious about. How are the other players, okay, on the team? What does this affect on them? Okay, is this just Chelsea have that kind of following, okay, for him personally. What about some of the players, who not as don't have a famous, I guess Patrick Mahomes' wife is famous also. But what about some of the other players? What are their thoughts?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I've seen actually a player, and this is people we're speaking about honing in on the energy in the moment. I seen a player that just returned back to Kansas City, Nicole Hartman. After Sunday's game, him and his girlfriend took a picture with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Do you think that his ball went up?
Pastor Hayes has been a Chief fan since he was in college. So when you talk about the Chiefs, I see everything.
Well, that's one thing, that we haven't talked about a lot, MC, but I know since we lost our team a second time, and also I will say this, okay, Timothy, Pastor Tim, that our soccer teams are going to be meeting very soon, I think this weekend, in the soccer league. And I know you guys have had a team for a couple of years, but this is our first year in the league, and they kind of won their division also. And so I know that they will be coming head to head this weekend. Okay, so you follow, and that team is owned by, remember, sure, right, by Patrick Holmes and his wife, am I right?
Yeah, Patrick Holmes and his wife does earn the Kansas City Currents. Yes, sir.
Right, okay, so they'll be coming.
The Kansas City Currents, and I'm sure you're well aware that Patrick Mahomes and his wife have built the first professional stadium just for women. So the Kansas City Current, which is down in the Riverfront district, they should be complete by the beginning of next season, and it's going to be the first stadium that was built for a professional women's team. So they're making history here in Kansas City, Patrick and Brittany Mahomes, by providing a facility that's not made for males and used by females, but a facility that is dedicated in the home of a full-woman professional team. So it's something that has never been done, and I'm sure as time progresses and life progresses, we will see more cities, give professional women teams their own stadium. But the first to do it right here, yours truly.
Yeah, now let me ask you a question, Tim. I'm sorry, Pastor Tim. What type of sports will they be attracted other than just soccer? Or whatever team we have?
Well, soccer, and I'm not sure you're familiar how familiar you are with soccer in Kansas City, but some people have trademarked Kansas City to be the soccer capital of America.
Oh, I know right now. See, that's why there's a problem, because St. Louis is, for years, have been saying we are the capital of the world. Now, we have had world championships teams here in our college level, in our professional level for many, many years. Well, not professional, we have some professional teams. We have had indoors, in those things, but that's going to be interesting how that comes about.
Yeah, so they are basically with the emergence of Lamar Hunt bringing the Chiefs here and then bringing the Wizards. I know you guys remember the Kansas City Wizards.
Oh, yes, I do. Back
right.
in the day.
And so, and then with the investment that this city has made into soccer and the soccer fields and the soccer community, was another reason why we are hosting the World Cup games.
Right, I was about to say that, yes.
We are hosting the World Cup games because they believe that Kansas City is the soccer capital of the United States. That we are more in tune with soccer than the rest of the United States. We have invested more. I'm not sure if you notice, well, you haven't been to town, but when you get here, you're going to realize that even now at our parks, they are going back and installing even metal soccer fields.
Wow.
And they're putting them everywhere in our local parks. Swope Park used to be baseball diamonds when I was growing up. Right. Swope Park now is soccer fields.
Wow.
And so they have really invested a lot of money with the new soccer stadium out there by the Legends, and then this new women's soccer stadium that's getting built here in the Rivermark district. We have, 2 stadiums that are dedicated to professional soccer teams, men and women. And then we have the minor leagues, and they really are dropping the anchor on Kansas City being the anchor.
Pastor Sean, when is the World Cup scheduled to be there in Kansas City?
2026.
Okay.
So we're trying to make sure that we get all of our ducks in a row and everything lined up. So by 2026, that we're able to capitalize financially per se.
Well, Pastor Tim, one of the things, I commend you guys on having a good turnout for the NFL draft.
Oh,
Here
yeah.
downtown at Union Station, that was seen around the world. And I guess all of us in Missouri was very, I know I talk about on our program here, very proud, okay, to see how the Union Station transformed itself into a very, I don't know, like it was tailor-made, okay, for the NFL draft, the way it turned out.
Yes, sir. Yes, it was beautiful to see the city come together, and I'll say it now, and I'll put this on record. You guys can mark the tape and
Sure.
And
have those all the time.
Yeah, and take this hot take. Kansas City is going to be one of the next big cities that's coming up,
Oh, yes.
When you look at how things have portrayed itself with the Missouri situation, with us now having Patrick Mahomes, he's an icon. With us having with icons, we're starting to see the major concerts, musical acts come through Kansas City. Beyonce just made her tour, 65 city tour. Her last stop was Kansas City. We got Mariah Carey coming. We got Kirk Franklin in town tomorrow. So, wow, we're seeing a lot of stars come to town. We're seeing a lot of stars just come to fellowship. There's one thing to come to work if you're doing a concert. It's another thing to come to town just to come to the Chiefs game.
Well, I know one of the things that I was commended some of these stores who've been coming, like Beyonce. They also donate money, okay, to the city, okay. Other than just when they look into the venues that they, when they come bringing fans in also.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and it's bring revenue. It definitely
right.
does. These big events bring revenue. I'm sure you're well aware in the financial market that you're in with the Black Chambers of Commerce and how important these conventions and things are to the city's budget and the city's growth. And so when we speak about things as the NFL draft and the World Cup and things along those lines, as entrepreneurs and as business people, we have to find our way that we can capitalize on these also.
Yes, by all means, because right now, the ambiance of the city, as they highlighted, during the broadcasts of the different events, it's being showcased. I mean, because like we have had two black mayors back to back, and both of them seem to be, have the downtown. Now, that's another question, Pastor Tim. What is going on in terms of the I guess the baseball stadium moving downtown? What's the update on that?
And so we are watching it closely as Kansas Cityans, but the mayor and the Royals owners and it's a battle. It's a battle. I think the mayor just released some facts, and I'm a friend of the mayor, so I'm gonna have his back. And I think the mayor released some facts that the Royals released some untruth information, trying to basically play tricks on the people, saying that they were building
such as.
Yeah, saying that they were building a $5 billion stadium. It was going to be $3 to $5 billion, and that's what the money that they needed to raise $3 to $5 billion. The mayor rebutted and said that if they were going to spend $3 to $5 billion on a stadium, it would be one of the most expensive stadiums ever built in U.S. history. And he doesn't see the Royals doing that. So
I don't see the Royals doing that neither. Okay.
Me neither. We're not even winning enough. You go to build $3-5 billion on the stadium, put that on the field, and that's a lot. I've been interviewed, me and my father, about the Kansas City Star leaving the ball game, and I think it was opening day actually, and we were out there at the game opening day, and the Royals lost, and they asked us about what do we feel about the stadium moving downtown. Me per se, I don't mind it because I'm going for big city. I just drove my brother to Atlanta. I had to drive through St. Louis. I see the stadium downtown. So I'm not against the downtown stadium. I'm going for the big city feel. But my dad's rebuttal was, we just need a winner. It's hard.
Well, that helps. Well, Pastor Tim, one of the things that are in St. Louis for many, many years, okay, we had our baseball stadium downtown, our football stadium downtown. We also have our Enterprise Center for the soccer games. We just built a soccer stadium also downtown St. Louis, about $22 million. That was with private funds there, but that's visualized. And also in the St. Louis city itself, we have the zoo, the opera house, and I go down the list, okay. And I can understand the business community in Kansas City itself, because the stadium right now is a long ways for fans to travel every day, and it would be $1 billion industry for the team to be downtown. I understand that, but I'm not you. I couldn't understand from $5 billion. That's a heck of a figure.
I can see that that's a heck of a deal. And so these the Royals are basically fiberglassing to try to scare, and they are playing with the hearts of the taxpayers in Jackson County and Clay County, because they have two locations. One is the downtown option, and then the other option is to go up North Kansas City.
Oh, okay. So they're competing forces now.
Yeah, so he has basically he has the two counties debating and going back, and that's what the mayor's frustration is, that he's making the Royals and the ownership is making this a more of a argumentative debate and rivalry when he doesn't want it to be that. He just wants us to, get the stadium built, but he's using the mayor take is that the Royals are using Clay County as a way to play and try to negotiate what they want.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
that's what we're
Pastor Tim, the team right now, people not aware of the Kansas City Royals have been near the bottom of the league for a number of years. You know what I'm saying? And I do know just here in St. Louis that when you're at our stadium, they said they counted us a winner, okay, which we did produce a winner, the Super Bowl champion. I mean, and so and people didn't mind, or they didn't mind something like that. But just that little stadium that nobody comes to the games doesn't really make good sense. I mean, in fact, I'm reading an article now. Some of the people telling us, thank them for having their fantasy football leagues and stuff. You know what I mean? So that's why I said well, like now, okay, tell me, you mentioned the fact that, and I guess I'm getting into rumorville also here, but it was said that she's considering that she wants to marry a football star like Kelsey, because the man in her life, he's a man's man per se, a football player, and in his own world, okay, he's a star, and and that and really it'd be like a super couple in business world, wouldn't they?
Definitely, they would be a power couple with his stardom and with her fame and money. Oh, definitely power couple.
Well, and I can see them coming in okay, seeing what Patrick and his wife is doing. They want to, I'm not being funny, but they also want to be their investments in Kansas City also. But something, Pastor Tim, I would hope, okay, that some of that stuff will rub off in St. Louis here, okay, on what's going on in Kansas City.
Yeah.
You can share some in Kansas with St. Louis.
You guys got rid of your football team.
Yeah. Well, we didn't get rid of it, okay. He got a better deal when they promised him he could have the land. We gave him the land, out there in Hollywood. I mean, they gave them in NFL, and that's why we won almost $1 billion, okay, in a lawsuit against the Rams in the NFL league. for them to, and they left here because they also promised him a Super Bowl and all a lot of things, okay. And so he was all about business, okay, for him, for Mr. Crunky.
Yeah. So I think I did recall hearing about that lawsuit in you guys' favor for the city of St. Louis, how they basically exploited you guys and backdoored you to get up out of there to the big city.
Yeah, well, they did. They went to the big city, okay. And matter of fact, right now the city is figuring out now, okay, in St. Louis County how to spend the money that they got from the lawsuit. I think right now is between the county and the city, it's about over $500 million. Okay, $500 million. I would say that's coming out of that. You know what I'm saying? And that is a great windfall right there. To come out of it. But right now, we would love to have the notoriety of having the football team and creating a rivalry, okay, between St. Louis, the Rams, and the Kansas City Chiefs. That'd be a heck of a thing right there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be.
Well, I know this probably before your time, but they did have a Kansas City Royals and the Kansas City, St. Louis Cardinals played the World Series together back in the day, okay, and that you guys actually won by default, I would say.
That's what I heard. They call it the I-70 series.
The I-70 series. Yeah, the I-70 series. I lived through it. I was at an event here when the referee. Everybody in those days after Tim here, they had an event going on. Y'all had a TV someplace while the event was going on. Now that it was a fundraiser, and we was all watching the game while we were doing the fundraiser, and we saw that call that was made. That a blind man could have, Ray Charles, could have seen that, but it went to the Chiefs, and that's still being talked about.
Yeah.
Pastor Tim, let me do me a small favor here. Just a small favor. Why don't you kind of talk about some of the attributes that it seems that your grandfather has done for Kansas City? He's created a lot of scholarships for people. When he has his conferences, he's done a great job. Not only just educating young people, getting them into the media, and into not just the media, okay, but also into the opportunity, to get into corporations in Kansas City, and matter of fact, Kansas City itself embraced their grandfather for a lot of years. Am I right?
Oh yeah. So from what I hear, I'm just a whippersnapper, so I'm young at this, but from what I've heard, and from the history that I've known, is that it's not too many successful African American people in the professional world that does not give credit some way or another to Mr. MC Richardson.
No, they don't, and that's it.
And that's from Ollie Gates over to Mike Carter with the oldest black radio station, to Ollie Gates, the king of barbecue per se. I like to call Ollie Gates the Donald Trump of Kansas City.
Yeah. He's a hell of a guy.
And from Tim Richardson in the news to Tim Hayes, the pastor.
And also the event that we was there with Candy and Wayne Hope had their 20th anniversary of their Urban American Outdoors, okay, and she was kind of instrumental, okay, in their foundation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what he does. So he's an icon here. He's I always tell him, I hope that I can make a great impact upon the city and the world as he has made. My only regret for him is that he don't have anything to show for it. I would have thought he was the preacher. All the community service he has done.
Pastor Tim, that's one of the things we always tease him about when he came over there. that MC would take his shirt off and give it to anybody that needed help. I mean, he has a great heart. As a matter of fact, his radio show that he's doing on right now, just to come to Kansas City, highlighted. I got a lot of businesses started, in the media, okay, because he came to Kansas City, he wanted to be on MC Rich's radio program.
Yeah.
I mean, that was one thing you always wanted to do. Like you said, you mentioned sports, all the football stars, the Kansas City Chiefs, those guys. And back in the day, the baseball players, and even the Wizards, you come back then, and all of the entertainment groups came to Kansas City, even down on 18th Divide, he's a legend down there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. How did you feel as his grandson growing up, okay, and now living the legend, hearing about him as you go places? You mentioned his name. I'm quite sure everybody have a story about the MC Richards. I'm quite sure.
Yeah, and it's mind blowing. I will say this: in one of my biggest regrets that I'm going to have is going to simply be that I did not take advantage of MC Richardson being my grandfather.
I can understand that.
I did not. I didn't take advantage of it. I didn't get the contacts. I didn't get the connections. I didn't make the phone calls. And I know it's time is of the essence. He's still living, still breathing. It ain't too late.
Well, let me interject. It's not too late. You just get started, but this gives me the perfect opportunity, because a lot of people want to know what is the mission of humor. The mission is to increase participation between minorities, multicultural people, upward mobility via advertising, broadcasting, journalism, marketing, public relations, getting people into the construction industry, as well as we have a young lady at my old school, Lincoln, that we wanted to deal some with the historic black colleges and universities, and she has a tremendous start here, and that's what we want to do. And just like you talk about black colleges and historical college, they got one in St. Louis.
Yes, we have one in Harrisville University, as well as Lincoln University in Jefferson City also. In fact, Jefferson City, Lincoln is one of the oldest black colleges in the country also. Yeah, and I know you've been very instrumental, okay, especially just Lincoln University, traveling down there and getting their students to come to Kansas City, as well as, highlighting a lot of their students over the years to get them into the industry. That I know for a fact.
Well, Lincoln University is one of the black colleges, and we used to have people come here, and they're corporate members of United Minority Media Association, and we hope to expand that. And when the pastor, he traveled, he ought to be a travel agency, because every time you look at where are you, he's in some different city, okay? And he loves that, and he could make a tremendous impact on this city, and will. I promise that he will do that if he listens.
Well, I can tell anyone, okay, that you're very, very proud of your grandson, as you should be, because Pastor Tim, okay, has reached out to the people with a kind heart, and like even the venture you collaborate on right now, I commend you on it, okay, that a grandfather working with his grandson. As a matter of fact, my grandson and I will be collaborating on have been for a number of years, okay. Something that he's doing also, and see, like you, like myself, I have 3 beautiful daughters, and they all brag about their daddy, okay, but they all definitely in their own right. So I understand how you must feel, okay, the pride that I feel between you talking about Pastor Tim. So Pastor Tim, he don't tell you, okay, he's very proud of you, okay? And I said it on this radio program.
Well, let me add this. You know, we're talking about people from St. Louis and others coming here. You must serve 27 states in the Midwest Southeast region, and we are happy to be that the people from Oklahoma are coming to the conference, and they have a young man who's like a commercial type artist, 16 years old. And I was at the recent, what was it? Family reunion for the Salas's family, which I'm a member of. But I went there, and I'm not going to hide it. I went there to get somebody to say hi to me from the Cherokee Nation. But I'm still waiting on that. So on the same token, we are here. We're open to everybody to come here and work with partnership, have reciprocal type membership, and we're just trying to help them. And I figure all the good they say I do, it'll come back. I'm waiting for it to come back, but it'll come back.
You know, Tim and Mr. Richardson, recently the state of Missouri had a back of the week of sometime. I said that they recently passed a law out of Just City allowing movies to come back to Missouri again. By giving them tax breaks, you know, because they found out the value of having movies in Missouri. And they have the first movie who's actually going to be doing that most recently. We saw a film, and I said in St. Louis this week. You know, I said to get a couple of weeks out, he said. And I'm going to promote outside the state, okay? And it's a movie called Fire. And they will be using a lot of extras, okay, from the St. Louis community to be in that movie, okay? So I think that's a great start. And I know down the road, I predict this, okay, there'll be a great movie made about Kansas City and Taylor Swift eventually. And they will be made in Missouri, which I hope to take place, by the way. When you agree, Pastor Tim?
Yes, sir.
Folks, 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you, Brother Scott.
You're welcome.
Well, Mr. Richard, we have hijacked your show today, so we're going to shut up and let you have the last 5 minutes for yourself, Mr. And what you want to talk about. Please feel free.
Well, I enjoy listening to you guys. And even engineers have said we got 5 minutes left. But I want everybody to just give us some serious consideration for being here on December 2nd. I know we're reaching out to, we serve 27 states, and we're reaching out for the press and the broadcast entities in Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and also the local media to give us some coverage that day. And we got a lot of people that are looking at us, and we're from the Show Me State, and you are too, Hour. And we just hope that by us working together, we can point the people in the right direction and do more doing than just talking.
Well, MC, on that same token, okay, the Missouri Chamber of Commerce is working very feverishly on our conference. We're scheduled for April the 4th and the 5th here in the St. Louis community. And it'd be like a regional conference for the National Chamber of Commerce. And we be highlighting some great famous people that we bring into our great state. And I'm quite sure when we're doing this, Pastor Tim, you know, the St. Louis City itself right now is trying to rebrand itself as a global community. And so we think in doing that, we hope we'll be able to get in some global corporations, you know, that you have in Kansas City, okay, to also participate on this side of the river, as we're hoping your mayor to also come over here and be a part of what we're doing also.
Well, you know, we spoke to the pastor, and he said what I'd like for him to establish, like any other thing, like many other things, I mean, that's for the gospel, but we don't know the name of his church.
Yes.
His name is 24-Hour Faith.
Wow. And how did you come up with that name, Pastor?
Well, I came up with the name, and I know we're on our last 3 minutes, and I got a call coming, so I'm going to answer this question. I'm gonna say my goodbyes, but the name was brought about because I wanted to create a place like 24-hour fitness, somewhere that was open 24 hours a day. In like a gym, people come there for different reasons. Some people come to lose weight. Some people come to escape the kids. Some people come because the doctor told them they needed to come. Some people come because they're working on their summer body for their birthday. Some people come because they're trying to tone up. People go to the gym for many different reasons, but they all leave feeling better than they came. And so we wanted to provide that same type of atmosphere and place where people come for many different reasons, but they all leave better off than they came. And so that's how we were able to establish the name. One of my dear late friends, Pastor Lenny, from Detroit, Michigan. He's passed away now a year or so ago. But he gave me the idea. He had the Spiritual Training Center, and I didn't want to just take his full church name, but I definitely wanted to spin off of it.
Well, I would be remiss that we have my Mike, minority youth majoring in communication, and their theme is Leadership Start with Youth. And they have a workshop going on December 2nd, and we're also refreshments, and we have, I think, 3 caterers. If we can get the other person who, she does a non-dairy type of restaurant. So we want to really open it up and want everybody to come, and they can reach me. I guess the number, this number is 816-822-8866. And then, I don't know my cell number. What working today is 694-2273. And someone said, Tim, you got to upgrade this about our website. So people, they want to know what's your website, this, that, and another. I know we'll have it by December 2nd, but in the meantime, give us a call 24/7. Thank you, Scott, thank you. And Tim, I don't know if you have to rehearse for tomorrow, because you already got your show down there, don't you? Your sermon?
No, unfortunately, I got a long night ahead.
Well, Tim, that's him. We thank you. My name is Al Folks. That's Scott Owens, and that is a famous worldwide intuition. Gifts of coming to Kansas City. On that note, thank you for joining us on lunch. For Gifts of coming to Kansas City on Ferguson, USA, hotcarrier.com, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch also. Have a great week. Life is good.